punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now back out comes the offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Palmer down around his goal line. He's got time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Ed McCaffrey, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here's Paul under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
Yeah, this is good. I'm not going to even sugarcoat this one. I did not care at all for that play call.
Well, there's just so little time. You don't have much time to do anything. Why not, Charles, just run the football, take it into the locker room?
As you know, there are more bad things than good that can happen when you're backed up this deep with this little time. And sure enough, this is a late safety.
And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. They set up the screen for Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Hey, Charles, you give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Play action. Breeze. He's got, and he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. 2nd down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Jackson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They come up in an offset eye. Time to establish the run game. It's Gore. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And oh, look at the catch by Gronkowski. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Get ready.
On the counter, Gore. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL. 3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Alex Palmer looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. He can run for it, and he will. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Throwing is Palmer. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, Palmer. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Welcome back live to Orlando. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run it with Gore. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, this is why play callers get the big bucks. This wasn't a 4th and inches call. You get into situations like 4th and 3, 4th and 4. You've got a tough decision to make. Very gutsy play here, and they pick up the first down.
Now Palmer. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
On 3rd and goal, Palmer. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Palmer to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. They get the completion, but